Hey, hi YouTubers. Well, let's see. What are we going to talk about this time? I think this is going to be our last. I think I'm going to get interrupted after this one. Uh, but let's talk about doctors and dispensaries. I don't think I've covered this subject before, and I think it's really an important one. And I think that, um, I mean, here's the thing. I see the neatest little old mother kind of grandma kind of doctor. This is an MD, not a surgeon. And she runs her little office along with the dispensary for medical marijuana. She has a room uh, for the party of the whole thing. And she has the in charge of the dispensary. She's the knowledge person. She knows the drugs from the drug company. They've been drilling her for years. They come into her office often and push the pharmaceutical drugs on her. Why not the dope growers pushing their wares on her? She would love to have both sides of the avenue if she's an open-minded doctor and sees the benefits of the pharmaceutical industry. They fit where they fit. And the farm industry, FARM. So we have the farm against the farm. And now we have to be clear over just where the distinction is, all in the spelling. That PH is the drugs that kill you, and the FA are the farmers that don't. Remember FAA? Is that the right one? No, the Future Farmers of America. It was FFA. Right, that's what they had in high school when I was a kid. And where did all those farmers go? To the corporate offices because corporations bought up everything and there was no place for the farmer anymore. But I think that's where the dispensaries belong, is with the medical doctors. Not the surgeons, not all those other doctors. Heaven forbid the psychiatrists and those doctors. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I really think the medical doctor knows uh, the drugs and knows much better and is much more realistic to what works than a psychiatrist, because you don't really go to the psychiatrist. Oh, my macaroni and cheese is hot enough to turn the burner off. But you don't really go to a dispensary for that sort of thing. You go there for pain and suffering. You go there to get relief. And the psychiatry is a mind kind of relief, and it has a place too. But I just picture like the good old family doctor that always had a sample for you to try. And I like that way. And I would like it to be a plant, uh, like the uh, like the many peoples use the plants. And I got stories about that too. And uh, I can remember being in Long Beach in the early 50s. Well, actually, it was kind of like the later 50s, uh, and meeting a man who was one of the first people to live in that area from Mexico, and how he had this great big huge old goiter on his neck, and this Indian lady came by one day and said, "You get in your donkey cart and you go up there to the Dominguez Hills and you pick me this, this, and this." And she named off the plants. And you said you bring them to me wherever that was, which was another interesting place, which I've forgotten now. And she healed his goiter, which everybody could say, well, maybe it was going to get healed anyway. Well, maybe it was. Uh, who knows? But the idea being that that family believed in that lady knew her plants and knew how to mix them and knew how to heal his problem when he had had that problem a long time, and the medical doctors, the regular guys, uh, didn't seem to have an answer. I thought was quite interesting. So there you have my story about whatever it was. What was my subject? Oh, it's great to be 73. I've always got an excuse on my knee. I'm 73. Okay, so I was talking about, doctors and dispensaries. Right, there you are. I've seen such great pictures of dispensaries. Oh, they've got everything: ice cream and cake and cookies and muffins and brownies and bread and just everything you want, and all in these different flavors, and you can choose by name the kind of high you need, the kind of sleep, rest, relaxation, pep up. Marijuana comes in all different categories, and it seems like so much fun that I could go downtown Hilo and walk in Dr. Connor's office and see the kids over there in the dispensary aside, and the doctor over here on the doctoring side, and the two meet, greet, and share each other's knowledge. There's so many people that have doctor's knowledge and patient's knowledge, and then there's so many people that have pot growers' knowledge and pot eaters' knowledge and pot smokers' knowledge, and no one has all of it. And a few books have been written, but so often the writer of the book was afraid to get involved, and so his story is slanted in one way. And then there's a fellow who gets totally involved, and his story is slanted the other way. So it's hard to see uh, how these old fogies that have to change the law, it's hard for them to see. Why didn't you remind me about my macaroni and cheese? I'm wrecking my lunch, for heaven's sake. And how many minutes have I? See, I'm up to 8 minutes. So, it's doctors and dispensaries. That's where it belongs. And I could see Dr. Connor down there in Hilo with the place she's got, and the one on this side, and the one on that side, and the one on this side, and the one on that side. She's got this cute little thing going right there, and it would be wonderful. But she needs a parking lot, so now we should maybe rethink where that doctor and that dispensary should be. And there's so many interesting buildings if you want to use a building. And it would be neat, wouldn't it be? Like the one that used to have the restaurant in it, but it treated everybody in the kitchen so bad that they all ran away. Am I getting carried away past 10 again? Hey, I'm at 9. So we're getting ready to close this up and tell you that doctors and dispensaries, they go together. Let's make it work out that way. And that's the way it should be. And stay happy, healthy, and hot.